So hi guys, so now this is the last layout we are going to learn, and it is a table layout. Okay, so table layout arranges its child views into rows and columns like a table. Okay, it is a good choice for displaying data in tabular format. So rows and columns, everyone know how the table works. It is a very simple type of layout, but there are few properties into this layout which are frequently used to get the desired output into the table or into the table layout. Okay, so first is stretch columns, second is shrink columns, and third is collapse columns. Okay, so stretch columns will be used when you want to alter or change the default width of a column. Okay, so let's just see the definition. So stretch column attribute is used in table layout to change the default width of a column, which is set equal to the width of the widest column. But we can also stretch the columns to take up the available free space by using this attribute. So the value that assigned to this attribute can be a single column number or a comma delimited list of column numbers. And the most important thing is, if the value is star, then all the columns are stretched to take up the available space. Okay, so stretch column I will show you. Shrink columns, shrink column attribute is used to shrink or reduce the width of a column. We can specify either a single column or a comma delimited list of column numbers for this attribute. So the content of a specified columns word wraps to their width. If the value is 0, then the first column width shrinks or reduces by a word wrapping its content. If the value is 0, 1, then both first and second columns are shrinks or reduce by word wrapping its content. If the value is star, then the content of all column is word wrapped to the shrink. Okay, so see, 0 is being the first column, 1 is being the second column. Okay, so see, this is the index, it starts with the 0. Okay, so you can provide single value or you can provide multiple columns with comma. Okay, and collapse columns attribute is used to collapse or invisible the columns of the table layout. So these columns are part of the table information but are invisible. If the value is 0, then the first column appears collapsed. Okay, it is the part of the table but is invisible. So stretch column, shrink column, and collapse columns. So let's just check into the Android Studio how does it works. So here I will create one more layout, which is activity underscore table. So the layout is created. Let's go to the layout. Okay, here parent layout is constraint layout. Here I will change it to table layout. Okay, so very first layout is your table layout. So let's try to create a layout. So for example, this is your screen, and on your screen you have few elements like item, quantity, total, and here you will see another total. So this is a table layout. So let's just create this layout using table layout. Okay, so very first into the table layout I need to take table row. Okay, now for the table row I will set width to match parent, height, wrap content, and I will open this table row tag so that I can insert multiple views into this table row. Now into this table rows let's add few elements. So what elements we have? We have text view, right? So I will add this text view here. The text view, Okay, there is some problem with this. Okay, so I will just add text view from here. Text view. Okay, and for the text view, height and width, which is necessary, I have written. I will write text, and here I need to specify this index. Text style I will set as bold. Text size 18 sp. Okay, so this is the first. Now one property you have to add here, which is layout underscore column. You are adding things into table row, but you need to add which column you have to use for that particular item. So I will write layout underscore column, and here I will write 1. Here I will write 2, because these are the different columns where the value will come. Here I will write column 3. Now these 3 elements will be stored in different columns. Okay, here I will write item. Okay, here I need to write quantity and total. Okay, so these are the 3 different columns I have: column 1, column 2, column 3. So now I have added 3 columns. Now just for visual representation, I will just add some background to each and every column element we have, so that you will understand how their sizing will work. Okay, so I will put some here, some color I have given, and I will take blue, light blue. Okay, so now I have 3 columns here, right? Now you see these columns are so tightly coupled, right? So as we have seen, we have 3 different attributes for columns. One is stretch column, shrink columns, and collapse column. So let's use the first, which is stretched columns. Okay, now here if I write star, every column is used properly, right? Okay, and one more mistake we have done here is we have to set the column name from 0. So I will write 0, 1, 2. Okay, now as you see, every column has equal width, which are stretch with the screen width. Okay, so if I write 1 only second column will be stretch. If I write 0, only first column will be stretch. If I write 2, only last column will be stretch. If I write 1, 2, first and second or third row will be column will be stretch. If I write 0, 1, then first and second column will be stretch. As you see, quantity and item column will be stretch. Total will not be stretch. So in this case, I will use star right now. Okay, and you can use gravity here. Okay, gravity center. Why are you using gravity and not layout underscore gravity? Because gravity will change the values inside this tag or inside this view, inside this element, and layout gravity will give gravity to the layout widget itself. So if I am applying layout underscore gravity to the text view, then this text view area will be applied with that gravity, but normal gravity will be applied to the sub items of that gravity. This is the class, so basically the properties of that class will be affected by this gravity. Okay, now quantity, item, total I have. Okay, I will just give some margin to this, margin 5 dp or margin 4 dp. Okay, So see, if I give margin, it will give space from outside, so I will give padding because I need space from inside. 4 dp. Okay, here I will apply 8. Okay, 8 dp padding I have. Okay, one more thing we can do is we can give padding to separate text views also, so they will grow. Okay, done. Now this table row is done. Now I want to add another table row. Okay, now in this table row I will declare height as wrap content, width as match parent, and this table row now I will open. Now I will add some text views of data. Okay, text view of data I will add, so I will add text view, and into this text view I will write height and width. So I will just copy the above thing, and at the text property I will write item name, let's write apples. Okay, and here layout underscore column will be 0. Now similarly I will copy this text view and make 3 copies of that. I will change the column number 1, and I will change the column number 2, and instead of apple I will write quantity 12, and the price I will write 780. Okay, so this is how my first row is created. Now here I will add some margin vertical, which is 6 dp. Okay, and now what I will do is I will copy paste this table row, entire table row, and I will add that again as the next table row. Here I will write pineapple, quantity is 8, $18.30. Okay, so see, this is how this column are working. Now I will add one more table row, but here into that table row what I need, okay, one more table row. Now here one error is there. Okay, we have forgot to close the tag. And let's close it for the text view. Okay, now you see this total we will add now. This total section we will add. So another table row I have added. Okay, and so now my layout is complete partially. Now according to my image I want this total to occupy the first 2 columns, right? So first there is a property called layout underscore span. Okay, if you write it, so the meaning of this layout span is how many columns you want to occupy, how many columns you want to span. If I write 2, okay, see, it is occupying these 2 columns. So what I need to do is I need to change the index from 0. So 0 and 1, these 2 columns will be spanned, okay, or occupied. Now I will write gravity, which is center, text style will be bold, and text size will be 28 sp. Okay, similarly this text size gravity, it will go to this also, and I will write this to other text view also. Okay, so now this looks like we wanted. This was our desired results. Okay, so see this quantity, item, total, everything we have. Okay, so remember, according to this image there are borders or separate lines or divider lines added. So in order to add the divider and separate line, we need to create a drawable for that. Okay, Android by default does not give you any border. If you type some border property here, see it is not giving any relevant property. Okay, so Android will not give you borders for that. Okay, it is just a layout, not the actual table which you use in HTML or any other platform. Okay, this is just a layout which is invisible. So if you want to add border, you need to check on internet. They have given simple solution also. You need to create a drawable and set it as a background here. Okay, so you can get the borders out of this table. So this is how the table layout works. Okay, so learning layouts, all type of layouts is finished here. Now we will move to another chapter in the next video.